All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to start off by giving all praises and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, for the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the gospel of this truth. I just wanted to do a video response real quick to the Sicarii. Okay, now, I don't want to get this twisted. I respect the Sicarii, starting with, Alazar, and the deacon, and all the other brothers in Sicarii. Okay, I will say that I do respect Sicarii and truly think they are absolutely sincere. However, there is one doctrine that I've seen, well, a couple doctrines, such as, let's name a couple, the Deuteronomy, the 22nd chapter. GMS is correct on that one. And for those of you who know the chapter, you know what I'm talking about. They said that, in the kingdom, the elect is going to die after 1,000 years of life. I mean, that's going off. But the topic of this video is going to be Sicarii teaches that in Revelation, the 21st chapter, that the kingdom of heaven there is not talking about the kingdom of heaven, but they teach it's talking about Israel. Okay, like the people Israel, and I agree, Israel is a people before it's a place. However, in the Revelation there, it's talking about the kingdom of heaven, and I'm going to prove it. Okay. And I want to apologize about the lighting. Got a little bit of a situation where it's not as bright in here. Got to get new bulbs. Anyway, let's see. Now, I'm obviously not going to read the whole chapter. I'm going to jump around, but I'm going to show this is talking about an actual kingdom. It is not talking about just a group of people. Okay. Anyway, Revelation chapter 21, we'll start at verse 1. And I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth were passed away, and there was no more sea. And I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from Yahweh out of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband. And I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, Behold, the tabernacle of Yahweh is with men, and he will dwell with them. And they shall be his people, and Yahweh himself shall be with them, and be their God. And Yahweh shall wipe away all tears from their eyes, and there shall be no more death, neither sorrow nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things are passed away. Let's see. Let me just see where I want to jump down to. Right, well, we'll just deal with that. Now, in that context there, that's talking about Israel. I agree with Sicarii on that this kingdom coming down from heaven, that's not an actual physical city there. That's talking about the Israel. I agree with that. However, there's something that's wrong. Because what they're doing is let's go here. They're taking this out of context and saying this is talking about they're saying this is talking about people and it's not talking about a kingdom, which we're going to refute this. Okay? Let's see. Let's go to verse 12. Actually, let's go to verse 11. Having a glory of Yahweh, and her light was unto a stone most precious, even like a jasper stone, clear as crystal, and had a wall great and high, and had 12 gates, and at the gates 12 angels, and names written thereon, which are the names of the 12 apostles of the children of Israel. On the east 3 gates, on the north 3 gates, on the south 3 gates, on the west 3 gates. And the wall of the city had 12 foundations, and in them the names of the 12 apostles of the Lamb. And he that talked with me had a golden reed to measure the city, and the gate thereof, and the wall thereof. And the city lieth foursquare, and lies in slugget, and the length is as large as the breadth. And he measured the city with a reed, 12,000 furlongs. The length and the breadth and the height of it are all equal. But by reading that, we clearly see it as talking about an actual kingdom. That's not talking about people. There's no way you can logically read that. How does people have a 12 gates? Obviously, it's talking about a physical kingdom. Okay. Now, again, I agree that the first few verses of the chapter are talking about Israel coming down from heaven out of those chariots. I agree with that. However, when you move on to the actual kingdom of heaven, which is what this is describing, this is a physical city right here. Okay, he's seeing post Christ coming back, post kingdom being built. Okay, and you're going to see that because it says the city had. I'm not going to read the stones part, but for those who read this chapter, you know it mentions the city was decked with all types of precious stones, right? Jasper, gold, um, you know, can't remember all of them off the top of my head, but there's a lot of them, man, that it mentions there of stones and pearls and stuff that is decorated a wall of the kingdom. How is that talking about people? That's talking about the kingdom. Second of all, it said the city had a street of gold. So how could that city be talking about people? It has to be talking about an actual city to have a street of gold, man. You guys just don't think logical on that. There's no way around it. Let's see. And he measured the wall thereof, and 144 cubits, according to the measurement of a man, that is, of the angel. It'll use that and say, well, see, it's not talking about actual kingdom. But wait a second, if that wasn't the case, well, then why would he say that the measurement of this wall was like unto a man? And then he said, he even went out of his way to say, well, a man, as in, the angel, declaring how high the city was. Okay, it's not talking about people. This is talking about an actual physical kingdom that will be built on the earth. Okay? And the building of the wall of it was of jasper, and the city was pure gold, like unto clear glass. Let's read that again. And the building of the wall of it was of jasper, and the city was pure gold, like unto clear glass. There's no way you can read that and tell me that's talking about people. That's talking about an actual kingdom, man. I don't understand how you guys can't get that. I mean, that's clear and logical, man. That this is talking about an actual physical kingdom. Okay? We'll get verse 19. I'm not going to read all of the verses that go into the stones that were used for the kingdom, but I'll jump around to prove the point. Verse 19, and the foundations of the wall of the city were garnished with all manner of precious stones. The first foundation was jasper, the second sapphire, the third chalcedony, the fourth an emerald. We'll skip the rest because that's not important at the moment. Verse 21, at the 12 gates were 12 pearls. Every several gate was of one pearl, and the street of the city was pure gold, as it were transparent glass. How could you read that and tell me that's not talking about an actual physical place? That's illogical foolishness, man. Okay, so you guys at the Sicarii, Yasha the spiritually KO'd you guys, man. And again, I don't say that out of hate. I love those brothers, but you guys are clearly wrong, man. Okay, you guys are in violation of the scriptures. Let's get this. Revelation 22, verse 18 and 19. For I testify unto every man that hears the words of the prophecy of this book. If any man shall add unto these things, Yahweh shall add unto him the plagues that are written in this book. And if any man shall take away from the words of the book of this prophecy, Yahweh shall take away his part out of the book of life, and out of the holy city, and from the things which are written in this book. Yeah, so you guys are clearly just taken away from this book, man. And again, I don't say that out of hatred. I'm just saying that to prove that you guys lack knowledge, man. Okay, this is talking about a kingdom here. Okay, let's see. Let's read verse 21 again. And the 12 gates were 12 pearls. Every several gate was with one pearl, and the street of the city was pure gold, as it were transparent glass. Okay, now let's get this, verse 24. And the nations of them which are saved shall walk in the light of it, and the kings of the earth do bring their glory and honor into it. And the gates of it shall not be shut at all by day, for there shall be no night there. And they shall bring their glory and honor of the nations into it. So this city has gates. How is that talking about just a group of people? That's talking about an actual kingdom, man. There's no way around this. You had a point with the first few verses. I'll give you that. But when you deal with this, you guys are going off. Okay? There's no way around it. You guys are clearly just cherry picking. Okay? That's what you guys are doing. Okay? There's no way around it. That's talking about the kingdom of heaven right there. And we could have went more, in depth into it. But, pretty much my point has been proven that Revelation, the 21st chapter, is talking about the kingdom of heaven as a physical city that will be built on earth. Okay? It's not talking about Israel, as I have proven. Anyway, I'm going to say shalom. I hope this video was very edifying.